Hello, it's Melissa Gaskin here with Tip Tuesday, and today we're going to talk all about peppermint. So last week we didn't have a Tip Tuesday because I was at Leadership Conference in San Diego, and so learned a ton of stuff. New products were announced, and I have announced that on our Facebook education group as well. So please check out the Ginger Drops, the new baking soda free deodorant, and yoga oils are sold individually, and those are all available now. And then also next month, there's going to be a Mother's Day diffuser and blend. And then in May, there will be a Father's Day car diffuser and another blend. And those blends smell amazing. I was able to smell them in line at the swag store with at Leadership. So we're going to talk all about peppermint today. Now, peppermint has been one that I've actually been using every single day in different forms since I got back from Leadership. So when I got home, my oldest son had a cough. My daughter was beginning to kind of get a cough. And then over the weekend, my husband got a terrible cough. So what have I been doing? I wanted to give you guys some tips. I've been using the Symphony of the Cells protocol. This, if you do not have this resource, it's an amazing resource. What it does is it's using essential oils as a layering, and so that you're reaping the benefits of those. And they all work together really well with one another and support your body in different areas. And so we follow the respiratory protocol, which many of the oils in there that you use, so Aroma Touch is one, Breathe is one, those all have peppermint essential oil in them. And so they are natural expectorants. So they really support with the clear breathing, the open airways, and supporting your respiratory function. So that is why I have been using peppermint so much around my house. I currently have peppermint and eucalyptus diffusing, so that is helping everyone's airways. My son's cough is lingering, although he's like 95% better, but that really helps. Another thing is I get seasonal threats. So yesterday we've had amazing, warm, beautiful weather here in Colorado, but I get, when the fronts come in and the winds pick up, I get sinus and seasonal threats issues. And so I actually used to get sinus infections multiple times a year. But since doTERRA, what I've started doing is using Tri-Ease, which is lemon, lavender, and peppermint in a capsule. And I've been using peppermint, lemon, lavender, and eucalyptus in a roller, and I roll around my ears and down my throat, and I haven't had any sort of sinus infection since using oils in over 4 years. So it's pretty amazing that I don't have to use any over-the-counter medications for my my seasonal threats and my sneezing and all of that. So highly recommend utilizing your peppermint because of its natural expectorant properties. So other uses, I'm actually going to use this new book that I got. It's called Advanced Oil Magic. I'm going to use it as a reference for peppermint. So peppermint is an oil that you can use 3 ways. You can use it aromatically, and I talked a little bit about that with diffusing. You can use it topically. I explained a little bit about that when I did the Symphony of the Cells protocol on my son and also my husband. And then you can also take peppermint internally. So you see the supplement facts on the side of the bottle. That means that it's safe for internal use. Can you go to a peppermint plant and pick the leaves and put them in your mouth and eat them? Yes. So if there is ever a essential oil bottle that has do not use internally, not safe for consumption, no supplement facts on the bottle, that is synthetic. That is not a pure essential oil, because if you can actually eat the plant, you can partake of the essential oil. So that's a good rule of thumb. I always think huge red flag if on the market it says don't take it internally. So peppermint is my go-to for any sort of head tension, whether it's you're trying to study or weather changes, things like that, any form of head tension, peppermint, any digestive discomfort, you place a drop on your belly button or in your belly button, massage around. You can also place it on the bottom of your feet. You can also take it internally in tea, in water, whatever you would like for your digestive health and digestive support. Any sort of respiratory support. So like I already said, whether it's seasonal, whether it's chronic. I know my husband used to use an inhaler, and he has not had to use an inhaler in a really long time because he utilizes Breathe essential oil, which has peppermint in it. And if we were in need and used peppermint oil, we would use peppermint oil if I didn't have Breathe on hand. Peppermint also comes in beadlets, which is amazing because those beadlets I use instead of peppermints or gum or mints, because do you know what is actually in those peppermints that you buy at the store or the gum you buy at the store? A lot of that is synthetic. A lot of that is not the best for you. And if you actually read those ingredients and look them up, I don't recommend taking them. So peppermint beadlets, it's literally about a third of a drop of peppermint essential oil, and you have nice fresh breath. You can also take the bottle and just put a drop in your mouth, under your tongue. That also helps alleviate that head tension I was talking about earlier as well. So other ways you can use it is low energy or mental fog. So if you're studying, if you're in college, if you have kids that are trying to do homework at home, it really does help with that mental fog and that energy to keep focus. And then any sort of fever, it actually helps bring down and reduce that fever. The key with essential oils, your body uses them quickly because they're going to your cells. And so they're not sitting in your body like over-the-counter medications. And so your body uses them fast. So you have to apply often. So where you take Tylenol for colds or fevers, not colds, but fevers, where you take Tylenol, that is a 4 to 6 hour window. Whereas with essential oils, you want to reapply more often because it's not building up in your body. It's not sitting in your liver, and et cetera. And then lastly, in this month that we've been talking about athlete support, muscle aches and pains, joint pain, tendon issues, anything like that, the peppermint essential oil is also good direct on location. So if that is something that you deal with chronically, or even if you have an injury that you're trying to support your muscle tone or your health in those joints, you can add peppermint directly on location. One of the keys about using peppermint topically, it is a hot oil, so you'll see me reference hot oils often, and that just means that if you put it on your skin directly, it can burn and irritate your skin because it is hot. And so that is where you want to use with coconut oil or unscented lotion to make sure that it is just not going on as strong. It doesn't necessarily dilute the oil because it's the same strength, but it spreads it over a larger surface area, and it also increases the absorption on your skin without any sort of skin irritation. So those are my top tips on utilizing peppermint and some of the common ways that I use peppermint. Once you see this on our Facebook group or on YouTube, please comment your post or your favorite ways to use peppermint below and share with us some tips and tricks that you might have. So thanks for watching our Tip Tuesday this week. Have a wonderful day and happy oiling.